Yeah, that was a scene. Once we get ready to get on that video.
We already live.
Oh, well, let's go back to us. Yeah.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First, I also want to give all praise and honors to
Yahweh,
and double honor to the apostle elders, great ministers, hearts to the spirit, peace and much love, and sight to Israel. Are you so-called Negroes, Latino and Americans, y'all to Israel according to the Bible? I tell you, we got a year 2019 days with the spirit part Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashima Kakwadash. That's going to be here. I would have blessed why I see how I should signify ones gathering together through the internet, through the spirit prophet, how about Shema Shai, bringing out these prophecies in the end times and knowing and bringing out the words that Yahweh Shai spoke that were at the end. And we had this a video of Putin speaking about the American dollar.
About the silver unrest.
Oh well, we'll flip it back.
What are we on?
This one about Putin.
It's no secret that around the globe right now.
Salaki. There we go, right there. And this video is about Putin speaking about the downfall of the dollar, right? Which is soon to happen. And after when it happens, they're gonna push the RFID chip. So we can go ahead and get into the spirit.
Vladimir Putin making some very interesting statements and comments. And it's when you have world leaders out there that just have this different mindset, so to speak, and it's anyone out there that's in a powerful position. Yeah, they keep secrets, they keep things, but also some things just blow up. And like this, Vladimir Putin's talking about the US dollar here on this world stage and talking about how the dollar enjoyed this great trust around the world. But it's now being used for a political weapon and for imposing restrictions, and that many countries are now turning away from the dollar as a reserve currency, and that the dollar will soon collapse, and that this is being done by design by the hands of the people in the US. They show these guys in the crowd that are around him listening, maybe some from America, just kind of like rolling their eyes and looking around, but none of them said anything to counter it. And it's just a statement all in all. The headline here is talking about him summing up the New World Order in 5 words. I don't buy that crap. I believe he's in on this show, along with all these other world leaders that are still breathing, that have sold out their people. And as far as this goes, to me, he's signaling that there's a change coming in the offing, one we've talked about over and over and over. And I believe through the weather out here on this world stage, they're going to start to decimate economies, and they're going to move things into a direction where they want them. They're digitizing everything. And once you have the weakening of certain currencies and these bubbles pop, all they need is the infrastructure for another system sitting there ready to rock. And as we've been covering for the past 2 years, they have that ready to rock, ready to roll. It's just going to be a transition over to it. And I believe there's going to be a lot of big things happen in that process. But just wanted to throw this out there. Vladimir Putin giving his thoughts and making these comments on the US dollar here for what it's worth. I'll leave a link so you can check out the video clip. Follow me on Twitter for breaking news. Peace.
Hey, I just created a professional Wix site for my business. Let's check it out. Go to Wix.com. Here, choose one of the.
It's no secret that around the globe right now, we have.
All right, Khan. So that was Vladimir Putin saying that the dollar's going to.
I'm going to find a video.
All right, that the dollar's going to crash, man. And we're living in that time and era that when the Lord's finna get ready to crash society, man. Because America has to go down, and we know that the fall of the dollar is what is really him pushing that new world order that he wants to push, right? Because Esau's whole agenda is to do what Saddam 777 says was to push digital, to digitalize everything, right? To make everything digital. So when you have to be implanted with the microchip, man. Okay, and that's prophecy. All right, and we're living in the time of prophecy, man. So we know, hey man, Lord's will this year, man, we get ready to go home. Go ahead, pull Ecclesiastes 12 and 10.
Slack your brother. I'm trying to get to get that video. Slack.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 10.
All right.
There.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. The preacher sought to find acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where you at?
It 12 and 19. Where
The words of the wise are as
No, 12 and 3.
12 and 3.
this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3.
Yeah, come on.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keeper of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinder cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Yeah, because the grind is gonna cease, man. You know, all this the dollar constantly rolling, it's gonna cease because why? You got these other nations pulling out of the dollar, man. It's not using it because why? We know the dollar has no worth. It's not backing. So once these nations start pulling from this dollar, man, hey, and that's to these nations are rebelling against what? The so-called white man. Rebelling against the system, which was prophecy, right? So then these nations are going to come up against America. All nations are going to come up against America. Even America's own nation, man. Even they don't even want to come up against America, man. Right? Because that's Bible prophecy, man. And we're seeing it happen between our very own eyes, man. So get ready for the dollar to drop. You know, for your precious money to go down and to be worthless. Because there's going to be a point in time you're not going to be able to buy anything with this. That's going to bring what? The famine, martial law, pestilence, sicknesses, because you're not gonna have no money to fund your to fund your medication. Check out to a doctor. All that's gonna drop. All that's gonna be done away with, man. Right, and that's prophecy of Yahweh Shema Shai speaking these words, and they're coming to pass. Yeah.
Verse 4. And their doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
Yeah, their doors shall be shut.
Grinding.
Ain't gonna be no more going to liquor stores, going to Walmarts, going to Targets, you know, going to PetSmart, going to Petco, you know, going to these different type of stores. And
это почти единственная была универсальная валюта. Доллар.
All right, Slocky. All right, go ahead.
Ain't gonna be no more going to Target, Petco, all things like that. All it's gonna be shut down. The doors are gonna shut because it's not gonna be no more money flowing. Everybody's gonna be in a broke down state, man. It's gonna be a Great Depression times 30 out here. All right. So we're getting ready in serious times, and it's time, like I said, for Buzz to get down, man, and get down dirty because hey, man, we gotta make sure that we're right for Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, we gotta make sure that we're right for the Most High, man.
All right, you back, brother?
The water.
Go ahead.
All right, let's go back.
When the sound of the grinding is low, and ye shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yeah, all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So all this mirth spirit, man, all this going around, all this traveling, going here, going there, airplanes will get shut down. Everything's gonna get shut down because the dollar's crashed, man. Ain't nothing everything's gonna stand still. America's gonna be quiet. Ain't gonna be no more ain't gonna be no more the Big Apple, New York. Hey man, that shit gonna go dark, right? Because there's not gonna be no more money to fill the lights. Your electricity gonna cut off, your ends gonna get cut off. All that shit gonna be done because there's no more money filling the system. Right? And that's how about Shema Shai bringing on this damn devil.
I'm gonna read this right quick. This right here, is Vladimir Putin. Putin sums up the New World Order in 5 words. Vladimir Putin, the dollar enjoyed great trust around the world, but for some reason, it is being used as a political weapon, imposing restrictions. Many countries are now turning away from the dollar as a reserve currency. U.S. dollar will collapse soon. Right now, this is Vladimir Putin. He's gonna say it in his own words, and I'm gonna read it through the caption. Right here, the caption is the dollar enjoyed great trust around the world, and I'm gonna let him go and
Speak his Russian bullshit.
speaking his fucking language.
Пользовался очень большим доверием во всем мире. Это
It was almost the only universal currency in the world. Speaking of the dollar, right? The dollar was, Putin is saying the dollar was basically the currency of the whole world. It was universal. Everybody traded in it. You know?
почти единственная была универсальная валюта мировая. Зачем-то Соединенные Штаты начали использовать долларовые расчеты.
For some reason, the U.S. began to use the dollar, Salakia. For some reason, the U.S. began to use dollars of settlements as a tool for political struggle.
Как инструмент политической борьбы. Вводить ограничения на использование.
Impose restrictions on the use of the dollar, man. They began to bite the hand that feeds them. You know, hey, that's cold, man.
Come.
You know, hold on. Let me. Right here it said they began to bite the hand that feeds them. You know, cause how is America? Hey, man, hey, the beast is feeding the horde, man. You know what I mean? Because when you think about the beast, you'll hate the horde. Hey, man, America's really getting fed off all these other countries, man. Because America's propped up by all these other countries by them doing what? Being the universal currency. By everybody trading under that American dollar, it props America up. So once everybody snatch away out of that system, what happened? The bitch is gonna fall. You know, once everybody pull their backing away from that bitch, she can't stand no more. You know, she's no good, not viable anymore. So the beast shall hate the horde. You know, the beast is gonna eventually turn around and bite her ass. Right? She been riding his back for so fucking long, he gonna get tired of it. You know, and that's what's happening now, man. You know, the beast is hating the whore it's starting to hate the whore. And and Putin is part of that beast, man. You know, Russia. Oh, what are they saying that? Because they're imposing restrictions on the use of the dollars, man. So by them imposing restrictions on the use of the dollar, hey, they starting to bite the hand that feeds them,
Своими руками начали пилить сук, на котором сидят. Но скоро они грохнутся.
They'll collapse soon. Hey, the man just said it. Biting the hand that feeds. Man, it's a computer. They'll collapse soon. You know what I mean? America will collapse soon.
Come.
Okay, that's out of the mouth of Putin. Okay. Many countries in the world began turning away from using the dollar as a reserve currency. They restrict Iran and they restrict Iran in its dollar settlements. They impose some restrictions on Russia and other countries. This undermines confidence in the dollar. Isn't it clear? They're destroying the dollar with their own hands. And that's really the point, man. That very point, man. They're destroying the dollar with their own hands. They said America's going to collapse, man. Now I'm going to replay that again without me running my mouth.
Это почти единственная была универсальная валюта мировая. Зачем-то Соединенные Штаты начали использовать долларовые расчеты как инструмент политической борьбы. Вводить ограничения на использование доллара. своими руками начали пилить сук, на котором сидят. Но скоро они грохнутся. Доллары сокращаются как резервная валюта во многих условиях мира. Иран ограничивает доллар, на Россию вводит какие-то ограничения, и другие страны. Это подрывает доверие к доллару. Неужели это не понятно? Своими руками уничтожают доллар.
And that's it, man. That's big. Oh, go ahead, bro.
This is Baruch 1:1. And these are the words of the book which Baruch can't hear that. Baruch, oh, sorry. Baruch, the son of Neras.
Mhm.
The Neras, Neras. The Neras, the son of Meshach. Sure. Meshach, the son of Sedin. Sedis, the son of
Asadis, the son of Chelesche, I don't know, wrote in Babylon in the 5th year and in the 7th day of the month, what time as the Chaldeans took Jerusalem and burnt it with fire. And Baruch did read the words of the book in the hearing of Jeconias. How do you say that? Jeconias. I think it's Jeconias. Is it Jeconias? Jeconias? I think it's Jeconias. Slakia. The son of Jeconiah, king of Judah, and in the ears of all the people that came to hear the book, and in the hearing, what are you looking for?
No, you keep reading.
And in the hearing of the nobles, and of the king's sons, and of the hearing of the elders, and of all the people from the lowest unto the highest, even of all them that dwelt at Babylon by the river of Sod. Whereupon they wept, fasted, and prayed before the Lord. They made also a collection of money according to every man's power. And they sent it to Jerusalem unto Joachim.
For 2-1. My bad. Yeah. Go ahead, 2-1. Sorry, it's my fault.
Yeah, you got it.
So like it, bro, he's wrong with the wrong scripture.
This Baruch 2:1. Sorry. Therefore, Yahushua had made good his words, which he pronounced against us and against our judges that judge Israel, and against our kings and against our princes, and against
Baruch.
wait, what?
All right, anyway, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And he said upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of the coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So that's what we're going through now. You know, we're hearing these different rumors of collapse and rumors of wars going on from Iran, Afghanistan, Israel dropping bombs on over on Palestine. We hearing about all these different bombing droppings, and this is all about a faction of wars and rumors of wars, man. This is all coming to the time of the end, man. This is coming to the time of Yahushua Mashiach, when the Lord is going to come back upon the earth, man. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation. Hey, Hong Kong, Bolivia, Ecuador, Venezuela, Iran, Syria. All these different nations are coming up against a power, man. They all coming against the powers that be, man. The princes of the air. They're going up against Esau in his system. They fighting back, man. So and also this that and right here. So for nations to rise against nation. Speaking London, China, Hong Kong, nations are rising up against nation. And I think that made me go back to there should be sedition among men. What's that? I think it's 2nd Ezra's 3rd chapter, I think. But for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right now, all these kingdoms that were supposed to be one, UN, Britain, what was they? The EU, Britain, with the Brexit, they falling out with each other. Hey, they're coming up against each other, man. Hey, what is that? If Satan be divided against Satan, his house cannot stand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this devil's house is falling, man. It can't stand no more because everywhere you look on every side is war, man. Every side that the devil on this hand is war. On that hand is war. Trump trying to go to war with all these different countries and countries that they fighting against each other. There's dissension. Nobody want to agree with each other. You got the Republicans, you got the Democrats. You got all these different factions, man, that's going against each other, man. You got all these different issues, within their house, man. A house divided cannot stand. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
The Lord said, I sit upon my watch and upon the high tower. And that's what we're watching. Right? We're watching for the sign of times that we're looking for. And Putin saying this, that the dollar's finna drop soon. Right. Hey, man, we know that we're at the end of this thing. That means that this ministry that we're doing is almost coming to an end, man. This walk that we're walking is almost coming to an end. We're coming to a walk of salvation. A walk of seeing our Lord coming back and cracking them clouds, man. And him bringing us up out of this captivity. Because we understand and know through prophecy that the Lord's going to live with the children of Israel. And these certain things have to happen to this land before we get up out of here. Right? Go ahead.
And we'll watch to see what he will say unto me.
Is that we'll watch we see what the Lord said unto me. And the Lord using what? Putin to tell us, let us know that, hey, y'all finna go home, man.
That's it.
Basically. Because all Putin, hey, man, the Lord put the spirit on Putin to say that shit, man. That's why Scripture said that the hearts of the kings are in the hands of the Lord. That's it. So the Lord put the spirit on Putin to say that, man. And to us, the prophets of the Heavenly Father, the ones that's waiting for Yahweh Shai, we know that's music to our ears because we know that's our Lord coming back, right? And we know that everything that we've been longing for, everything that we've been fighting for all this time and all these years, and we know it's finna fulfill and it's finna happen, man. So we're living in beautiful times, and brothers, it's time to really get down in the trenches, man. There's no time to sleep, no time to bullshit, man. It's really time to get really down, man. You really should already been down, but hey, man, it's time to hammer down because we want to be, when Yahweh Shai come back, we want to be 100% right. Go ahead.
And what I shall answer when I'm reproved.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Yeah, so Lord told Habakkuk write the vision, right, in the book and make it plain upon tables. Go ahead.
That he may run that readeth it.
Is that he that made that run that readeth it? And right now we're running, man. Because we read scripture, we understand it. Go ahead.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Uh-huh.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Exactly. So we're waiting for it, man. Though it tarry, though it feel like it's a long time. Oh man, we've been. Hey man, look, wait for it, man. Because though it tarry, wait for it, because it's gonna surely come, and it's surely coming. We see it. By Putin speaking them same very words that the dollar's gonna crash, man. That's gonna destroy America in a fucking day, man. Like, if your money system doesn't work, you're through. But that's him. What he's gonna do is gonna push the chip. So that's prophecy, man. That's what we've been waiting on. That's what we've been waiting for. For certain things like that to come to pass, for certain things to happen, so we can go home, man. Go ahead.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, just to live by their faith, and this is our faith, man. That we believe that soon to be, man, Yahweh is going to come back and destroy America, man, and that this economy is going to collapse, which at the end of the day it's already collapsing. That's why Revelation 18 says Babylon is fallen. It is fallen. And Babylon's already fallen, man. It's been fallen. You know, America's been falling. It's just falling slowly. You know, it's a slow falling, man. But when you have other nations seeing that you're falling, that's how you know you're through. You know, it's only people in America don't know that America's through. They don't realize that their very own country is about to go down in shambles, man.
Con.
You know, they're the only ones because why? They're blind. They don't see it. They're too busy living in a life in a bubble, and they can't see that this is just going down. And it's going down because why? The prophets, we've been out here speaking these prophecies, and now we've been manifesting it. Right? Because everything that we do, we speak it out, you know, before it happens, like Noah did before the flood. He told the people, "Hey, it's gonna flood." You know, he spoke it into existence. Didn't happen. That's why Scripture said we manifest prophecy by preaching. That's the whole fact of us being out on the House of the Bible is to speak what has been written so it can happen, right? Because the Lord needs a mouthpiece, and the Lord is using us as His mouthpiece, man.
I got a preach up.
Come on.
Hey, this is Proverbs 21st chapter, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. As the rivers of water, he turneth it wheresoever he will. You know, so yeah, so right there, that text, like what the brother was saying earlier, is that the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, man. You know, the Lord deals, it means his mind, his law. That means whatever the Lord discerned for him to do, hey, the Lord will make him do. Whatever way the Lord want him to go, the Lord will make him go that way. You know, and that's what's going on right now with Putin. That's why Putin came out and said that, hey, America's going to collapse, man. You know, because why? They're collapsing their own dollar by their own hand. But we all know, you know, that, and then that go back to if he could, he would deceive the very elect. And we already know Putin is a part of the system.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we know what the point of that is. The point of that is so they can usher in the chip. All right. That's why it's going to go down, because they want to put the microchip in the first place. So once they get usher the chip, once the dollar collapse, what we're going to get? We're going to get the microchip. The chip come in, and now you're going to get all your slaves and subjects come in under the so-called white man. You know?
Hmm.
Go ahead.
All right.
Let us know if you got a scripture, Shalom.
You're con.
I got one. If y'all, when we bring it out.
Yeah, con.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it up.
Hey, I'm gonna follow off what you had earlier, Matthew 24, but I'm gonna go to verses 21.
Oh,
For then shall be a great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor it's like it. Since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Yep.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So yeah, man, you know, like you said, like our brother saying, man, and Putin is saying everything is coming to fruition, and what we do on the highways and the byways is what we do to get us there. And then, like he said in verse 22, hey, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. We want these days to be shortened so we can get out of here, man. Hopefully, we the hopeful of 1/3, you know, the 1/3 in the elect, the 144,000 if we was a hopeful elect. So, brothers gone.
Can you hear me?
Con, yeah.
I'm here.
All right. Akim, leave right quick.
It seems like they disconnected.
Okay. Yeah, they said I'm still in the show, but it's still live though. So let's see what the brother say. Oh, okay. Yeah. You had a question. Yeah, Putin is Edomite, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
They coming back.
I'm trying to. Let me text them right quick and tell them they went off. If I get disconnected, you probably have to go in that link again. We both have to get back in. So I mean, we still live based off of.
Is this recording?
That's what it says, live. So
Okay.
let me text those brothers right quick.
All right, Shalom. We back, brother.
Come.
All right, let me see what the brother. You gotta send it to the other brother.
Yeah, gosh.
All right. Hey, Slocky, we had a little mishap. The devil get involved, mess up our stream. All right. What's we at?
Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah
52.
Yeah, 52. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 15:2. Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard publish and conceal, not say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded. Mirror.
Merchants is broken. The merchants.
Merchants is broken in pieces. Her idols.
Yeah, her merchants are broken in pieces, right? Because what's a merchant? Someone that buys, somebody that's always constantly buying, right? So her merchants are broken in pieces. That's prophecy in the scriptures, right? Go ahead.
Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces.
Yeah, her images are broken in pieces. So all these nations, the way these nations look at America as this gold city, as this great entire place, they're not gonna look at it as that no more. Because why? It's gonna be back. It's gonna be as nothing, man. It's gonna be darkness. It's gonna be literally wasted, man. Right? It's gonna be like the ghettos, but 20 times worse. You ain't gonna see no buildings standing out here. Everything's gonna be destroyed. Everything's gonna be broken, man. And the Lord is breaking down the system piece by piece. Go ahead.
Hey, matter of fact, Syria is a great example of what is to come. Because you look through certain parts of Syria, bro, it's fucking Beirut, Lebanon. It's tore down, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's ravaged. The buildings is blowed up. You know, nothing left. That's how it's gonna be before the fire hit. And man, half the shit gonna be blowed up by the time the fire hit here. Because it's gonna be so much wars inside of this country. The sedition is gonna be heavy within this country, man. You know, they're gonna be fighting. Esau gonna be fighting Esau so heavy, and then you know Jake gonna be in the middle. You know, and every other nation that's here, they're gonna be fighting each other, trying to get food, get water. You know, trying to find shelter. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to find women. You know, I always like to go to the women. You know, hey, trying to find somewhere to hit that booty at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit going on though.
They're gonna make it. They're gonna destroy it because the people they don't know how they trust the system so much. Once they think the system is done, they think it's over.
Yeah,
you know, they don't know how to rebuild. You know, because when the system crashes at the end of the day, now you can really start building something different. But they don't see that. They're gonna be in one mind as, you know, we gotta kill motherfuckers, we gotta build this up, we gotta do this, that, and the third. You know, because people are in a dumbest state. They trust the system so much. So once they think the system falls, they think it's over with.
Right.
So it's at the end of the world.
Yeah, they can't come up with their own system.
Yeah, they can't come up with their own system.
The only system man revert back to is murdering and slaughtering and beating animals.
That's it.
And that's definitely the first thing Esau go revert back to. Because he go back to cannibalism. You know what I'm saying? Like we did that video a few weeks back where I brought it out last time, but where they was locked up in the basement. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Esau come out, couldn't even speak no more. They couldn't even talk English no more. You know what I mean? They couldn't even hold a regular conversation because what happened? Because he reversed back to his natural habitats, his natural estate. And Esau's natural state is a fucking animal. That's it, man.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Oh.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her.
Yeah, so I come a nation against her, man. That's Iran, that's Russia, man. That's the Medes, the Persians, man. The same person that got us up out of the last captivity in Babylon gonna be the same motherfuckers that got us up out of this Babylon, man. Right in the time of Daniel.
The Lord gonna use them.
Don't go and use the same niggas to get us up out of here. Go ahead.
Against her which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein.
Yeah, no one's gonna dwell in America after this shit, man. After when the Most High gets ready to put forth his heavy judgment upon this place, there's gonna be no more dwelling, man. There's gonna be no more dwelling places. Because ancient Babylon people still live there, right? But in this Babylon, ain't nobody gonna be here. It's gonna be a total wasteland. And it's already beginning to be a wasteland. Because why? America's being destroyed. The America's foundation is crumbling. You know,
Right.
yeah, Donald Trump in office. He's bringing down America on a high rate. He's bringing this place down. And it was a thing about the Simpsons. They said Donald Trump collapsed the system. You know, but that's how you know Esau already planned it. Esau wants to collapse society because why? He wants to put order through chaos. That's how he works, man. So he's gonna put it through chaos and he's gonna bring forth order. That martial law is gonna be that chip. This is gonna be that new world order. Now it's gonna be I'm God. Now I'm a dictator. Now everything's gonna be rolled by me. You know? Go ahead.
They shall remove, they shall depart both man and beast.
Yeah, they shall move. They shall depart both man and beast. Go ahead.
In those days and in that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, their power.
Exactly. So in that day, the children of Judah, which consists of so-called Negroes, right? So-called Negroes, Jamaicans, and Haitians, that's the house of Judah. They're going to be seeking the Lord. They're going to the house of Israel. So-called Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, right? Cubans, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, right? All the Latino tribes are going to come together. We're all going to come back as one, seeking Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. And what we're doing right now, we're seeking the Most High by doing these scriptures, by going out on the highways and byways, by praising the Lord's name in the land of our captivity. So that prophecy has already been falling upon us right now, man. The tribes coming back together, right? So everything, the Most High is making everything work in his hand, man. The Lord has it all played out. Everything the Lord's doing is making moves is to get what? And to move to one great judgment, and that's the ICBM nuclear missiles wiping America off of the face of the earth. You know?
They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces.
Yeah, so they're gonna actually to Zion with their faces because they're gonna know, oh shit, well, hey man, America's going down. We gotta call upon our power. You know, and until the elect's gonna be getting already sealed up all the way until the end. You know, and that's when you go in the parable of the opinion. You know, hey man, some brothers gonna come in the last minute. That's them seeing and facing it and facing it to what? The east, man. Back to Zion. You know, and Yahweh she's gonna rise from the east. So they know that the prophecies are lining up. So like, oh shit, we gotta get ready for the Lord to come back. Because now we're getting ready to go back home. Especially the prophets, we've been waiting for that. Hey, the prophets been waiting for this salvation for years, man. You read about Ezra, you read about Paul, Peter, you read about all these men that waited for that. Hey, Jeremiah 31. You know, it talks about the new covenant, or I believe it's 33. Talks about the new covenant, man. You know, so the prophets they have acquired of these things, the salvation that they're going to receive in this time. So right now, hey man, the prophets they're rejoicing. They're happy because we've been waiting for this. You know, we wait for this time and this day for us to get this glory that the Lord promised us from the beginning. Go ahead.
Then the word saying, "Come and let us join ourselves to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten."
Yeah, but a perpetual covenant that should not be forgotten. Go ahead.
My people have been lost sheep. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Mm-hmm.
They have turned them away on the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
They have gone from mountains to hill.
Mm-hmm.
They have forgotten their resting place.
Yeah, see, we forgot our resting place, man. See, because our people, that's why mostly going to destroy America. Because why? Our people trust in the so-called white man. And two, the Lord's going to show that I'm God, right? Yahweh Bashem Yahshua going to show to the so-called white man that I'm God. You're not the power, because Esau has our people in a trick back thinking that he's the power, but really our power is in control of him. So that's the most High destroy America is him showing his power. That's how he did back in the land in Egypt. You know, he had Pharaoh destroy his own self. The Lord was gonna say the Most High would do nothing. The Most High gonna make you kill your own fucking self, man. Like Putin said, hey, they're destroying their own entire system
with their own hands.
Their own entire hands. The Most High is making them do it on his own, man. The Most High is controlling everything, but the people in the world, they don't see it. But that's why the Lord's going to destroy America to show what? To show what? His people, that I exist. You know, you forgot about me, but I am. I'm the one who threw him down, man.
And to show the rest of the world his power.
Exactly. Go ahead.
All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we often not because they have sinned against Yahweh.
Exactly. So they said they often because we have sinned against the Most High Yahweh. So these nations know that once we only way to get the Israelites is for us to go for them to go off. That's why everything is toward what? Jake, the chicken sandwich, man. Who knows what the hell that guy got into it? You know, that's all towards that's like our pork in or some shit, bro.
Yeah.
No Esau, you know, it's got something within it to get what? To keep our people asleep, to keep them in this lower state so we don't come back to the Lord. Go ahead.
The habitations of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers.
So I gotta read this.
Remove out of the midst of Babylon.
Hey, the Lord said, move out of the midst of Babylon. Because why? Babylon is America, right? And then you got Thanksgiving coming up, and you're having our own people celebrating the slaughter of their own people, man. You got so-called Negroes getting ready to eat at a fucking table with turkeys and mashed potatoes, getting ready to celebrate the downfall of their own brothers, man, the Northern Kingdom. Right? So that's why the Lord said, flee from America, because why? I got our people in the trip bag. They don't know what the hell's going on. Man, America good don't go down right now, man. Jacob be the last nigga knowing what's going on. You know, niggas gonna be partying all the way up to this shit gonna just be destroyed. Right? Because it was I think it was a video of a woman, she was twerking while a damn building was burning on fire, man. This shows that the spirit that 2/3 of our people are, and that's why they're gonna be destroyed. Right? And that's why when America's destroyed, everybody's gonna be in a better state. Go ahead.
And go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he goats before the flock.
Mm-hmm.
For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assemble of great nations from the north country.
Yeah, so the Lord's going to gather against great nations against the north country. Go ahead, read that. Read that. Get home.
Cause to come up against Babylon and assemble of great nations from the north countries.
Yeah, a symbol of great nations to come from the north countries. And what's those great nations come up against Babylon? The NATO and the EU. Right? Because they're all what? You read release 17. The beast ate the horse. So then that goes back into what? Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 50. So everything that the prophet spoken of is the same exact thing, but written in a different type of way. Go ahead.
And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert.
Yeah.
And of a mighty expert man. No, none shall return in vain.
That's it. So all those missiles that you have Europe, man, the European Union, the Britain, all of them, they're gonna shoot these missiles over to America. Everything's gonna be targeted toward this bitch over here, man. Everybody's gonna hit this hoe, man, because she gotta go down. She gotta be destroyed. Right? So all these nations from the north, Lord said, already nations from the north to destroy this bitch, man. So her own nation is gonna destroy her, man. Right? Because you have the northern hemisphere, we're in the north hemisphere, man. Right? Go ahead.
And Chaldeans shall be a spoil at all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of my heritage.
And they rejoiced over the Israelites' downfall, man. You know, these heathens, they're happy that we're in a better state. All these nations, they don't want to see us shine, but they don't understand and know that the Most High has certain men to raise back up. You know, all these nations, they love to see the so-called Negro, Latin American, in the vacant position. You know, like they said, they always want to see the winner. They always want to see the big guy on the ground, man. Hey, but the most is going to pick us back up. You know, go ahead.
Because ye are grown fat as the heifer. Because ye are grown fat as
heifer.
Because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and below as bulls.
Yeah, so because America's rich, man. America is a very wealthy nation. You know, they built years upon wealth, right? You got the Rothschilds, all the DuPonts, the Gettys, the banking families. They've done all these things. They've grown in wealth, right? So they have waxed and fat off our demise, and the Lord sees it. And so that's what Esau does, go around and do this and that. But you're not slick, because the most I see that you're causing us our people to go off. Go ahead.
Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, the headermost
The hithermost.
Behold, the hittermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly. WHOLLY.
Holy desolate.
Wholly desolate. Everyone that go.
Right.
But desolate, everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and his at all her plagues.
So, hey, so all you listeners, they're gonna be astonished, like, damn, you know, how did this bitch go down? She had it all, man. Man, America at a point in time, like in the 70s, in the 60s, man. You know, Babylon was the shit. World War I and II. Hey, man, nobody can fuck with America, man. Even they still have this thing that America's still the best. Hey, man, but America's gonna be destroyed. You know, they're gonna hiss at her plagues. They're gonna be like, you know, how the hell did she go down? How did this great kingdom get destroyed? How did it go down? You know, nobody believes that America can be destroyed. People believe America's untouchable, man.
Yeah, I got something. And this is Ezekiel 38th chapter. I'm gonna just start at 1. I'm not gonna read most of it, but not all of it. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with the sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, right? We know what today's sword is. Today's sword is what? Tanks, airplanes, guns, missiles, all the weapons that you can get. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, the Lord said, your whole armory, you're gonna empty that bitch. From your every weapon you got, you gonna put it out for this battle, man. That's it, right? All right. So verse 5, and this is that great company that's coming with them. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. And of them, and we know all these places, we know what Persia is, Iran. And Russia and Iran is already tied in. We already know that. They backing each other up, right? We know Ethiopia is with them. We know Libya is with them. All these countries, like the Bible said, is coming to fruition. And the fruition is with the Persians themselves. Now, see, now people will probably pay attention to it if the Iranians was actually still called the Persians. If the Iranians was really called the Persians now today and people knew that they was the Persians, I think that would wake some motherfuckers up like, oh shit, hey, they in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But when you learn that the true Persians are the Iranians, Iran is Persia, and you like, oh shit, it's about to go down. That's how you know it is here, man. Because now you look up who got the deal with Iran? Russia. Russia literally got a deal. They deal with Iran right now, man. They selling weapons. You know, they patrolling borders with them. Hey, man, they already connected now. You know, the Lord putting this thing together, man. You know, and it said, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. And you know why Libya with them? Because once they killed Muammar Gaddafi, you know, that fucked Libya up. You know what I'm saying? But that turned Libya against who? America. It turned Libya against America.
Yeah,
man.
Lord has shit.
He had to, hey man, the Lord had to do it. He had to kill them all because he had to get them ready to get into the war.
The Lord does it. Like at first we couldn't even see what the Lord was doing, but now
you see it come together.
Now you can see how it's all piecing together, how the Lord
man.
is making this shit happen, man.
Yeah.
The small little things going on.
Yeah.
It's the end of it. It's the end.
That's it, man. It's the end of the world, and we know it. They got a song, one of the Edomites. Libya with them. You know that song. I was thinking of that song. As soon as he said that, it came in my mind. Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmets. Gomer, that's Turkey. Hey, you know Turkey is already with them Because look, once again, who is Russia with? Iran, Turkey, what's the other one? Not Assur, but
Gaza.
Syria. He's already up there in Syria. So he got Gomer with him already. He got the Persians with him already. He got Libya with him already. He got and he's pulling Ethiopia. So all of African countries is coming. The so-called African countries is coming in, man.
Mhm.
So this shit is already wrapping up because Gomer is Turkey. Hey, Turkey already with that man.
That's prophecy, baby.
You know, hey, Turkey turning away from America because Turkey, matter of fact, show you Turkey is with them. Is Turkey turned from America and they bought the missile defense system from Russia. And America told them, said that their fighter jets is not compatible with Russia's system, so they shouldn't. Man, Turkey bought that shit anyway. So what that mean? Turkey gonna start buying more shit from Russia. They got the deal together. They're already in it together. So Gomer and all his bands, the House of Togomar, I don't know who that is, but it's one of them countries of the North Quarters, and all his bands. So you got Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, Gomer, Togomar, North Quarters, his bands are go. Hey man, this bitch is done. Hey, America's devastated.
House of Pop, man, in the Middle East.
Hey, Khan, that's the right.
That's all the nations
right.
in the Middle East.
They coming up, man. That's what the hooks and the jaws is for, man. All right, it's verse 7. But thou prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Now, Russia's a guard unto who? All those people. Why? Because Russia was the badass of them all, right? Russia got the Satan II missile. Russia, you know, they got a great missile defense shield, and they're great. They've become a great country. You know, they're the power that can stand up against the U.S. You know, where there wasn't powers that could stand up against the U.S. Now Russia before after the Soviet Union, after they were defeated by America, now they have become a superpower, right? So they got to deal with that shit now. So the Lord said, verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them, like they're guarding Iran, they're guarding Syria, they're guarding these countries now. You know, that's why, hey, shit, matter of fact, and then they over in Venezuela. You know, so, you know, Russia is making moves that's getting real heavy here, you know, and be thou guard unto them. After many days, thou shalt be visited. In the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of my people against the mountains of, that's Israel. All right, but that's the point. The point is, you know, the point, and then I want to go to one more right quick. This is Revelation. What is that? Revelation 20. What's that, man? 20 and all right, this is Revelation 20. This is Revelation 20 and let's go on to see the lessons. Okay, con. That's it right here. This Revelation 20 and 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. That's where he is now. He's been loosed upon the earth. He's doing his thing. They come back into power, and shall go out to deceive the nations, which they've done. All the nations have been deceived by the so-called white man, which are in the four corners of the earth. Hey, America's everywhere. There's not nowhere that you can't find this fucking devil, right? Okay, which are in the four corners of the earth. Gog and Magog to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea, you know. And they went up on a breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of this. That was it. So, but that was the point, man. You know, right there is Gog and Magog to gather them together to the battle. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. You know, Gog and Magog, they're gonna gather together for this final battle, man. And the Yahweh Shaphat, man. All right, they're gonna come up to that battle, and it's gonna be over, man. You know, and that's when we know, and the missiles gonna be dropping, and we're gonna be out of here, man. Go ahead.
Done.
You got anything, Salama?
Y'all, brother, y'all going in. Hey, I'm just listening to you in the spirit. Come on.
Go ahead.
There's Jeremiah 15. The Jeremiah 50 and 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon. Round about all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her spear, no arrow, for she hath sinned against Yahweh.
Hey, so Lord, y'all was saying, hey, let that shit rip. Hey, she went against me, hit that bitch. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna let it rip. The Lord's not playing, man. You know, hey man, that's something Jake can say. I'm finna let it rip. You know, I'm finna spray this shit. You know, actually, I know the Holy Father is Jake. Hey, look, get it, man. Light her up. Hey, because at the end of the day, that's hey man, the Lord gonna be smiling when you see this shit go, man.
Come
You know, I'm like, yeah. Look what I did. Y'all was clean, wasn't it? You know? And until we get in the king, we're gonna praise the Lord for that. Because we're gonna see how the Lord made it move. And then too, as we're seeing this prophecy speak, we're seeing the Lord making moves. And we're like, oh snap, that's why the Lord is dead. Oh shit, you know? It's beautiful, man. We get excited.
Hey,
like this.
Hey, but let me go back to the Ezekiel. I want to read this little prelogue to Ezekiel. Right? This is Ezekiel to Ezekiel 38th chapter. This is prophecy of Gog and Magog. Is subject to the considerable dispute among conservative scholars. The prophecy has two main sections: description of the invasion of Gog and Magog, and the judgment that falls on them. There are several points of controversy that have arisen from this passage. One is the identity of the nations mentioned: Rosh, Meshach, and Tubal. Okay, Gog and Magog cannot be identified with any certainty, though a number of scholars connect Rosh with modern Russia.
Hey man,
yo, that's it, brother.
Hey, look,
and this is in a prelogue.
Yeah.
This is in this is in the Bible, 1611. Okay, this is 1611, the Hebrew and Greek Key Study Bible, 1611, King James Version.
Hey man,
this is the prelogue that they got in here. They literally 1611.
So
literally identified Russia as in one of either Gog or Magog.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, dude just said it, but they used Rosh, and it's not even Rosh in here. So they just it's the Son of Man set thy face against Gog and Magog, and it's either Meshach or Tubal. Okay, they got Tubal and Meshach. They just added the Rosh in here for some bullshit, try to throw you off. But you got Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, all these countries is here, and they just couldn't help but say it. But though a number of scholars connect Rosh, which I believe, with modern Russia, there's a general agreement that these nations lie to the north of the Promised Land, right? North of the Promised Land, which they are. You know what I mean? North of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's the northern country, right? Since the wait, what was I? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let's see.
Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundation are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua take vengeance upon her as she hath done do unto you.
Go ahead.
Cut off the sorrow from Babylon, and him that handeth the sickle and in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land.
Exactly. So once they see America going down, I mean, all these nations are going to go back to their hometowns. Because you're going to be like, it's going to go down. We got to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Let me I'm a slocky, bros. I was wrong. There is a general agreement that these nations lie in the north of the promised lands, since the concedes with the general prophecy descriptions of an end time attack from the north, right? And that's what we're prophesying about, right? The second difficulty is the specific time of the attack. Suggestions include near the end of the present age, during the tribulation, after the Mashiach return, but before the millennium and after the millennium, or more specifically, the battle of Gog and Magog mentioned in Revelation 27:9, which I just read. Regards the third theory, it must be noted that the events preceding the following of the battles are quite different. What must be remembered is that Yahweh is going to fulfill all of his promises to Israel. Hey, and that's the big point. It didn't say Yahweh was going to fulfill all his promises to the world,
Israel.
to Esau, to the heathen nations. It said the Lord is going to fulfill all his promises to Israel. Okay, and that's just the prelude. That's just a prelude to Ezekiel 38. Let me read that again. You know what I mean? It says it must be noted that the event preceding the following battles are quite different. What must be remembered is that God is going to fulfill all of his promises to Israel. That's it. You know, especially their restoration. Especially their restoration. Man, so hey, yeah, to restore.
Yeah, restore. Yeah.
Restore what? Our land, our kingdom, our power.
Oh shit, it's about to go down.
Hey, that's just the pre-law, brother. That's just all in the pre-law, man. Yeah. No, right. Hey, you know, right. Hey, involved in this restoration was a renowned reverence of God and the forsaking of idols. The gathering of God's chosen people into the promised land. An outpouring of God's spirit. Hey, man, it's over, bro. The chosen people. Who are the chosen people of the Lord, man?
The Israelites, man.
It ain't no fucking so-called white man.
So-called Negroes, like two neighbors.
That's it, brother.
And then two, the chosen of the elect.
That's and it goes to take it even further.
Yeah, the chosen amongst the chosen. The
right,
elect, man. So,
but that tell you right there, especially, hey, man, the promise. Hey, it didn't say the promise was to anybody else.
Come on.
I mean, all this bullshit grafted in bullshit. No, it didn't say that the so-called white man get a promise. It didn't say that the Africans get a promise. It didn't say Ethiopia, because it said Ethiopia gonna be into the fight. Ethiopia and all they bands. So all them African countries, what they gonna be doing? Fighting with who? Russia. Against who? America. So they not. So the Lord not saving them. He said the Bible says he's gonna put hooks in their jaw. And who else? Togomar, Gomer, Turkey, and his bands. Israel, the Israelis, not Israel, but the Israelis, the Amalek. Hey, the Lord said I have war with the house of Amalek forever. So they're gonna be drawn up in the war. They're gonna be fighting with America against everybody else. So who's gonna be saved? Where the Israelites come in at?
It's gonna be like the time of Noah.
While they fighting, hey, the Israelites gonna be getting saved, man.
Hey, we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
That's what I'm right. We'll be going right through the back door,
man. We got a ticket flight, man.
Hey, we'll be doing it like Yahweh did in the temple when they was trying to kill him and shit. And he slipped right out the back door. They in there fight. They started fighting each other. Hey, Yahweh slipped out the back. Hey, that's how it's gonna be for us.
Man, it's beautiful to be the Israelite, man. That's all it is, man.
Hey, that's beautiful. I never read that before.
Hey, man, why do y'all said we're Israelites, man?
Yeah, come on. But I marked it.
Yeah, we got a chance for salvation.
That's it.
Because that's coming, man.
Yeah, I marked that for a reason. You know, that's beautiful right there.
It's like, I mean, that's your pa.
Hey, that got Russia's name in it.
They got Russia's name in it.
Russia's name, Russia, right there. Russia. So they saying Russia is Gog or Magog. They saying Rosh, but it's Gog or Magog.
So we know that we have 100% truth, man.
Yeah,
and then that should be a face booster right there.
That's face. Hey, I got a precept on that Ezekiel 38.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think it's
Don't touch it.
let's see, Joel.
Oh, I know you at.
Joel 1:15. So like I went to the wrong one, and I still see another precept. And their king shall go into, that's Amos 1:15, and their king shall go into captivity. He and his princes together, said the Lord Yahweh. But that ain't the real one I'm looking for. But when you was reading out those that prelogue, man, I have one that said the same thing. On 38:2, said the reference of the power in the northern European nation. The whole passage should be read in connection with Zechariah, and then Matthew 24:14-30, like we just read earlier.
Right.
You did have Revelation 14:14. So like y'all can go ahead, man. I gotta find that Joel 1:15. I had the wrong scripture, so lock it.
Yeah, the one last day of the Lord is at hand, and as destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Is not the meat cut off before our eyes? Yea, joy and gladness from the house of our power. The seed is rotten under the. What was you looking for?
The Joel 1:15.
Let me continue here, man.
Yeah, but hey, look, but like I say, man, you know, hey, at the end, this is it. You know, this at this time right now, it's coming down, man, and this thing is about to crumble, man. You know, and that's beautiful that the Lord is showing a mighty, mighty beautiful work. You know, hey, grab that what is that? Job 20. I think it's Job 20. And it's Job 20 and hey, Slocky, bros. Give us a second. Trying to find a scripture.
Reading for Jeremiah, keep going up. You know, check the reading from Jeremiah now. Until you find the scripture.
No, it's Jeremiah 20:18, right quick.
Jeremiah 20.
This is Jeremiah 20:18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. Oh no, it's like this is Job 20 and
It was a beautiful time, though.
This is Job 20 and 12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it shall within his mouth. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asp within him. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. Hey, and a part of that casting out of his belly is this war, man. Is the Gog and Magog, man. Hey, the Lord is going to destroy his shit. And upon the destruction of Esau and his fucking rulership, he going to vomit up all the riches. Everything that he stole from the children of Israel going to come right back out to the children of Israel. We going to get it back. It's going to be what? Restored. What did this passage say? The restoration of who? Of the Lord's chosen people, man. Who's those people? And what's going to be restored? What's a part of that restoration? I'll tell you right here. It's going to be the riches, man. And it's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be that which is labored for shall he restore and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restoration be, and he shall not rejoice therein, man. You know, and 15, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall cast them out of his belly.
Mm.
You know,
Moses is gonna overthrow him.
that's it, bro.
Because all those things the so white man took from us, our land, our heritage, us knowing who we are as Israelites, us walking in certain customs, those things have been stripped from us. And through these prophecies, man, the Lord's gonna restore that back. All these things that the Most High promised us, it's gonna happen. Like we're living in that time, we're living in that decade, in this time that all these things the Most High promised us from the beginning, He's gonna restore it to us, man. Because we need to be restored. Israel as a people needs to be restored, man. But those that are waiting on it are the elect, because why? We're gonna remember ourselves. We're gonna remember because we're gonna be able to remember those prophecies, because why? We was probably one of those ones that wrote those prophecies. We're probably one of those ones that had a vision of those things. So now we can understand it. Certain prophecies of going into certain things. You can understand those probably because you probably read it. You probably seen it in a vision, man. We're all back here to receive a certain judgment. You got 2,000 of us here to serve the judgment of the Most High, which is the wrath of the Lord. And you have those that are here to receive the grace from Yahweh Shema Shai. Right? Go ahead, Jeremiah. What you got?
Jeremiah 50:16. Cut off the swords from the Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land. Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Azariah have devoured him, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. Therefore, thou sayest, Yahweh of hosts, the Most High of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Azariah.
So the Most High punished the king of Babylon of old time. He gonna punish it now, man. Go ahead.
And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel, and Bashan. Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Galilee.
That's it. So the Most is gonna give us back our kingdom, man.
That's it.
Most is gonna put us back in our land. We're gonna forever be in that land. After all these things happen that the Lord spoke, these prophecies, like I said, prophecies, because the Spirit of Yahweh Shai is spirit of prophecy. So all these things that Yahweh Shai spoke, all these things that all the prophets spoke, they're not here waiting for those things to happen to receive that and see it. We're gonna literally see Yahweh Shai, man. We're really gonna see the destruction of America. We're really gonna witness like the RFID come to pass, man. It's already here, but it being mandatory. We're gonna witness all those things, man. All those things that the men of the Lord of required. We're gonna see it. And they hope for it. They was like, man, we're gonna, Lord, soon one day we're gonna see it. Like Job even said, in the latter days I shall see what? The Redeemer. Yeah. So they've all been waiting, man, and we're back in our day waiting again.
Let me get this Job right quick. Hey, this is Job 20, and I'm gonna jump down to 18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restoration be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor. Hey, who's the oppressor? Who's the poor? That's us, it's Israel. Because he have violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. Right? Hey, we know who that is. Esau. He ain't built shit. Our people built America, so-called America. Our people built, our ancestors built this motherfucker. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. And what does Esau desire? To be God. He desired to rule and control the whole universe, man. He want to control God himself. He want to be over God, over the power of Yahweh. He want to be over the one and true power. He want to be the power, 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And what's a strait?
Difficult.
It's a difficulty, man. He gonna be in a tough place, man.
Bad time.
He gonna be in a bad way.
Yeah, his system crashing.
You know, right? And that's what he's doing now. He's already in that strait. He's going through a bad time right now, man. You know, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. You know, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that go back to Gog and Magog, because they wicked as hell too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And what's gonna rain down upon, hey man, like my dream, the fucking missiles. The missiles is gonna rain down upon the head of all the fucking heathens.
Hey, man. Hey, we're in this time, man.
And the wicked nations, man.
That's deep, man. We're really living
right
in this.
He shall flee. Listen, he shall flee from the iron weapon, the missiles, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn, that's in them silos, and cometh out of the body. That's the silo when they draw it back, like when you draw the bow and arrow back, you draw it back in the silo. It is drawn. Hey man, this is Job, man. Job prophesied the end of this world, man. He prophesied Gog and Magog. He prophesied the missiles.
All the prophecy, because like this.
That's crazy.
So this is gonna be a great judgment. You
This is gonna be, hey man.
This judgment gonna be great. It's been spoke about thousands of years.
It's always spoken about, just by different men.
Because it's been so great.
And that's all the New Testament, which is the covenant. That's all the apostles in the new covenant teaching about. They ain't doing nothing but teaching about the things that Job and all the other prophets taught about, that they prophesied on. Okay, 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Oh, I hate these. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Hey, who else said the sword was glittering? Was that Ezekiel? He couldn't explain it, but he said it was glittering, right?
Yeah.
Hey, go back to Job.
Because the light was shining off.
It was really bright. It was like
really bright because the light was shining off the missile.
Right, it was like glittering
silver.
To it. Was, right. So hey, where they go right back, glittering, go right back and say they seen the same exact thing, had the same exact vision. Right? Hey, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Rumors of wars, sedition of man, uprising of the people. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and the heritage appointed unto him by our power Yahweh.
Yeah, so really, brothers, we at the end of the day, we're already going home. You know,
that's it.
It's already been done. You know, at the end of the day, we already won. You know, like we already got the dub, man. We just gotta hold fast and stay strong in our beliefs and pray that we are the elect, and we're gonna really know. But it's already been done, man. You know, it's already been written. Like Esau already lost, man. You know, so man, hey man, any of you DuPonts and Gators watching this, man, hey, you're already through, man.
Yeah, they know it too.
You're done. Because the Lord already writ your shit. You know, read there in Job 14:2, man. The Lord said, the days of her are numbered. The Lord already writ your shit for your expiring date. And you're coming to that time, man.
The bounds you cannot pass.
Yeah, your shit's through.
Shit's been set.
Yeah, it's been set, man.
That's why Rockefeller bitch asses, no matter how many hearts he got, he still died.
Yes,
because no matter how much money you got on this earth to try to keep yourself alive, hey, death is the one guarantee in life.
That's it.
The Lord don't give a fuck. You can have 1,000 hearts, and they all could be a heart of a 15-year-old, a heart that's pumping good, pumping strong, and ain't nothing out of amen. But the Lord will still make that bitch die. You know what I mean? Your body still, when your body is done, your body is done.
That's it. In America, it's that old wasting body.
That's it, brother.
And
It's done.
And it's about that.
Hey man, hey, you can't put too many more hearts on this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, they keep trying to give that bitch a heart transplant.
Man.
You know, but it's like it's barely pumping, man. It's like, hey man, at some point in time, you gotta let it go.
It's losing its weight.
You know,
it's through.
That's why I said the fullness of its sufficiency.
What's the song?
You
Let
know?
it burn. You
Yeah.
know, they gotta let it burn.
So you let it burn. Yeah, Usher got a song called "Let It Burn." That's the truth though. Let it burn. You know, it's gotta burn, man. You know,
so we got like the Pastor Bar said in the video. So we got great things coming to us. You know, because we're gonna witness all this. You know, and when you think about it, it's like damn, like the Lord already written this, and we already we just, all we gotta do was hold fast, man.
That's it. Let's wrap it up, bro.
All right, so with that, just want to give our praise to
Yahweh.
Double honor to the apostle elders, great men from the charge of the Spirit. So now we're able to teach it across the four corners of the heavens and earth to the sincere Akim and Akwapim. Shalom.
Shalom. Wow, ball. All right, brother.
Shalom, brothers. Hey, that was your pop.
Shalom.
Shalom.